Welcome to TLC for the Soul podcast, where soul meets spirit. You have entered into sacred space. I'm your host, TAMI Chambers, and I'm here to help you shine. Now let's get going on this podcast journey. Hello, friends. Hello. And welcome to our first show of 2022. I'm excited to be back. Took a little bit of a break over the holidays. Very much needed. I want to welcome you all back. Whether you're watching or listening. We've got a lot to talk about today. We're talking about the energetic themes for 2022 as our guides from the show have, as we've channeled them in from them. And we'll do a little bit of, well, I already did, like vision boarding stuff for the year and for first quarter. So January through March. So we'll talk about those energetic themes. We'll draw some cards. I don't know, whatever else they want me to do. And then next show, which I hopefully will be filming tomorrow on the 2nd, we will dive right into the January themes. So before I go any further, let me get us all safe and cozy and in our sacred, relaxing space. And I've got my dandy blend / hot chocolate with marshmallows. So I invite you to grab a cup of something either warm and toasty or cool and frosty, depending on where you are. Because today it's going to be 80 degrees, but tomorrow it's going to be 30 degrees. So I'm inviting in the guides who overlight this show. Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, the Pleiadians, just wrapping us all in love light and light love as we start yet another season of the TLC for the show, soul show, TLC for the soul show. All right. So they want me to do the housekeeping. So I do have some announcements to make of stuff that's going on for the month, for those of you that are interested. Okay. So for the show for this year, just as a preview of what our focus is going to be, in case you want to get excited with me or you want to call in new friends to watch, because I think some of you do share this. I've seen through the analytics that the show is shared, like through Facebook Messenger with other people and so forth. So I'm really glad that you're here. All of you that share the show, all of you that have been returning with me for possibly many seasons now, going, what is she going to do next? Because I like to keep it fresh. I like to keep it new. I don't like to always be doing the same things. So I really sat down and thought about, what we're going to do for 2022. So all of my returning friends from all over the place, because we have listeners on the podcast from everywhere. And Amazon Music is hosting the podcast now too. It's out there. It's on Audible. It's in many different places. It's on Spotify. Which is where a lot of the playlists are that I'm going to be creating for some of the series of shows we're doing this year. And then, of course, it's on YouTube. So all of my family members, thank you. And if you're new here, then settle in. You've caught us at just the right time as we bring out all sorts of new, fun, and magical things. If you don't know who I am, my name is TAMI Chambers. I go as TLC for the soul, my moniker, my brand. We work with all sorts of guides, really around helping you with your self-empowerment, your self-mastery on your spiritual journey, and helping you in such a way that we bring out the inner child and child's play and fun. We have a lot of interesting and exciting and fun guides that we work with, and we have a lot of cool projects that we work on that we integrate throughout all of these shows. I'm an author of both fiction and now nonfiction, which I'll get to momentarily. I'm an author. I'm an artist. I create, design all of my own oracle decks. We have quite a few decks out there now, and links to everything I talk about is in the show notes of this show, no matter where you're watching it. So if you're interested in cards, they're all available exclusively at the Game Crafter. Today we're going to be working with my brand new deck that I released last month, Pleiadian Power. We're still kind of premiering that deck. And I'm also a master energy healer where I work with many different modalities. I have many fun sessions and services to help you on your spiritual journey and your path. So whether you're new or returning, thank you so much for joining us here for yet another year of fun and frolic on the show. So just wanted to tap into before, announcements. So monthly energy. So we're still going to be doing monthly energy update, which is a little bit of what we're going to be talking about today. We're still going to do, it's like a weekly story and themes. So we typically do that. I typically do that on Sundays. It's kind of like a week ahead type of an energetic update. And we use all of my books, regardless of fiction or nonfiction, are all channeled. So we use a channeled story and bring out the metaphors in that story to talk about the upcoming themes for the week ahead. We'll still be doing card readings and pick a cards and all of that. 2 new exciting series that I'm going to be premiering this year. I'm going to be trying them out and see how you guys like them. The first one is, it's been coming and it's kind of been like shelved, and then I wanted to do it and then I didn't want to do it. But one of the most listened to or watched healing shows on the podcast, I don't know if it's a podcast, but healing shows is the Shaman's Drum one that I did on sacred sexuality and healing. I forgot the name of it. I'll have to put it somewhere. I'm going to put it in a playlist. But healing sacred sexuality or something like that. It's watched quite a bit. So I am premiering a new After Dark Sacred Sexuality series on the show. It's going to be a combo of healing and story shows. So some channeled stories where we're bringing in some erotica, some tasty tantra, a tasty tantric series of stories, kind of like a guided foreplay. I don't know. And we'll be doing some healing as well. And we have a new spirit friend showing up who's going to be starring, I guess, or showing up, or I don't know. She's going to be part of these channeled stories, but her name is Kink Cat with a K. So Kink Cat, K-A-T, not cat. Like, of course, it could be a cat, but she's very feline. Kink Cat is going to be helping us with our After Dark stories. And then the other series that I'm bringing back, because I realize there's nothing really, well, I can't say there's nothing, but I just feel like I have something to add to the genre of divine masculine healing. Is it a genre? Is it a niche? I don't know. But I got really excited this morning because someone I really like said they were going to start posting a daily divine masculine reading and kind of healing, and I was like, oh, all right, somebody's doing something for the divine masculine. And then they said, oh, this is for divine feminine to know how the divine masculine is feeling. And I was like, no, we don't need more of that. So we need something for the divine masculine, and all of us have divine masculine in us regardless of our gender. So if you're like, who is she to be doing a show for the divine masculine because she's not a man, I've been a man before. I can be a man now if you want me to be. Anyway, so we're going to be doing, we had a while back the Divine Masculine SOS series, but I felt like it was a little bit too much on erring on the side of like something's wrong with the Divine Masculine, we have to fix him. But now what we're going to be doing is a show called The Light Night. I like it because it's kind of a play on night light and light night. So the light night, like K-N-I-G-H-T. So it's going to be a divine masculine series to help with just whatever themes and healing come up as the guides of that series are directed. So it's going to be helping you, divine masculine, because we have quite a few show listeners and watchers and listeners, viewers. Are you a viewer or are you a watcher? Watcher or viewer? Divine masculine. Still the analytics are almost 50-50 to divine masculine, divine feminine watching this show. So I want to offer something up for you. And I know some of you feminine do invite your divine masculine counterparts or friends to watch the show and listen to the show as well too. So I think that that is there's a little bit of a hole that I can fill there for the divine masculine. So we'll see what themes come up for that. And then the January special is already, well, it's not already up on, it'll be up on my website after this show. But the service, all my services are up on my website, whatever healing services you could want or desire are there. But this month's special is buy one service session and receive a session of equal or lesser value for free. You can use the other session for yourself, or you can gift it to a special friend or loved one. We work all that out in the details of when you book the session. We'll figure all that out. And then I have coming up in mid-January, a surprise session to prep everybody for Valentine's Day. It's called Love Bundles. I don't have all the details about it yet, but we'll announce that middle of the month. Also premiering this month is my new nonfiction book, Eat Like a Lemurian. It's part of my Spirituality Seekers nonfiction series. And it's kind of eating like, it has to do with eating like a Lemurian, but it's much more about energy work, teaching a little bit about who the Lemurians are, the Tablescapes, what their daily habits look like depending on who they were in the Lemurian society. This is all channeled. This is as the guides gave it to me. This is not a 10,000 page book about Lemuria. When the spirit friends join me for these book channelings, they get straight to the point. So these nonfiction books are more like little workbooks than they are novellas of hundreds of pages long. So this is the first one out. I'm already working on a different one for February. I'm not going to share that now. It's going to be a surprise. But this month, along with our weekly energy themes, we will be working in the Eat Like a Lemurian workbook. It is available now on ebook. It's either free if you feel like you don't want to pay anything. It's free. Like I said, all my ebooks are free. However, there is the option to make a donation for the price of the ebook if you so desire. That is all available through Smashwords. The link is in the show notes, so you can choose to be like a zero or you zero free, or you can choose to make a donation on behalf of the show and purchase a copy of the ebook, and you get to set the price for that. Now, if you want to work along in the workbook with us, there's all sorts of protocols and exercises and things that we will be doing. Then there is a paperback coming out for that. It's only going to be available through Barnes & Nobles. I had way hard of a time trying to get it up onto Amazon, and I just figured, well, if I can't get it on there, then it's not supposed to be on there. So it will be on Barnes & Nobles only, the paperback. It's very, very nicely priced at, I think, $4.44. It's all color inside and out. And it's going to be available January the 12th. So the link to that will also be in the show notes. The weekly energy themes this month, we'll be working with the Bringers of the Light again in a new story called The Whales of Azure Falls. I don't know what's happening. All I know is Abigail and Dakar are going to some place called Azure Falls, and there's a heck of a lot of whales there. So I don't know what. It came up in a dream, and we're rolling with that for the book of the month. And I think that's it, because everything else is for February. So that is a lot, but we haven't spoken in a while. You haven't seen me in a while. So I did want to share all that with you. I'll do my best to, I don't know what I'm going to do my best to do. I'm going to do my best to do everything. All right, so that's a lot of cool stuff. So let's take just a short minute to take a sip of our drink. As I was talking, all of my marshmallows melted away. Let's talk about the energy themes for 2022. So I did things a little bit differently this time. I said I want to do like I usually draw out the calendar, which I still am going to do, but I just did some little vision boarding stuff. There were some old magazines that someone had put around my mailboxes, and they were all adventure magazines, and they were all about like RV life, and which I have lived the RV life before. And they were all like, you know, mainly RV life and like adventure magazines for like, it looks very USA based, but it was about just having fun and going on adventures and different types of topics. And someone left a little stack of them, and they were still there a while later. And I was like, these little magazines are for me, and I'm going to be cutting. So I'm going to be using them to cut pictures out of. And this is what I used when I channeled in the themes for the year and for the various months. So let me just pull up my notes there so we can get into this. Now, this is meant to be fun. It's not meant to predict your year for you, but if you stick with us on the show, these are the themes that we're going to be working with. And what I typically find as folks relay back to me is as they are listening to the show, these themes kind of, you know, they just start to surround you and weave within and around and become, you know, you start to see them in your own life, however they pertain to you. No one says you have to take 100% or anything that I say here if it doesn't resonate with you. If it doesn't resonate with you, then it doesn't resonate with you and it's not meant for you. Everything, majority of what I say is channeled through the guides of the show, through me, and or may not interject my personal opinions. Or, you know, I just want us to have fun here. That's the whole point of this show, is for me to come and like acting, like have fun, play the parts that I like to play, be these personas. And just like the shapeshifter that I am, and hopefully invite in fun and child's play and high vibes to you too. Just a little something to brighten your day. It's not a show where you like, well, maybe you do lay down with me and go to sleep. I don't know, but who knows? Okay, 2022 themes and energies. So I yesterday sat down and I took the magazines the other day and I just asked the guides in sacred space, like we're always in here, to show me the energy themes for the year and for the quarters. So I'm not going to talk out the whole year. I've got the overarching theme of 2022 that we're going to be working with here on the show. And I don't know if you can see this or not, but it's called, they're telling me that it's falling in love again. Falling in love again. I love it. So what does that mean to you? It doesn't necessarily have to mean a new romantic partner. It could be a rekindling of an existing relationship. It could be a new friendship. It could be falling in love with your life, falling in love with yourself. But there's new, fresh energy coming in for this year, and it's going to be bringing us back to who we really are, bringing in opportunities for us to fall in love again. Again, whatever that means to you. What are your intentions for 2022? I was going to do this as a workshop with us together, but it looks like maybe what we'll do is we'll do this, and it might spark you to do your own little vision board if you haven't done one already. And then we'll come back here in probably an episode next week and do some energy clearing around and some goal blessings. So we'll do a show on blessing your goals. So we'll have the higher powers come in and bless. Oh, so many chills when I said that. Higher powers come in and bless our goals. But before we do that, we have to clear out like all of the other crap that's from last year and everything. So that's forthcoming. All right. But falling in love again. So I have new love. So my vision board, I just got magazines and started like cutting out things that stood out to me. So mine has new love. Let us count the ways. The words I cut out from the book, this stood out to me more. There's more to love, more of me to love. So much more to be thankful for was the theme around that. And then be a hero, recycle your magazines, Earth Guardians. So overall for me and for the show for this year, we're going to be spending time on talking about new love, new things to love, no matter if that's a person, place, or thing. So much more things to be thankful for. We'll be calling in and working with a lot of blessings, and then Earth Guardian work, which I think we'll be doing through the Bringers of the Light and maybe some other stuff. Like I'm leaving some of that open for the guides to come in and show us what they want us to do. Then, let's see, let me ask them if there's anything that they want me to do. Okay, so they want me to draw a card for 2022. Now, here's one thing that I will offer for you between now, if you listen to this between now and January 15th, if you comment wherever you see this, well, you can't comment on the podcast, but if you comment in YouTube or you send me an email, either way, however you want to do it, the show email is also in the show notes, and you would like me to draw a card for you for your 2022, then you just need to comment or email me and I will respond back to you. I'll pull a card. It may be from Pleiadian Power, it may be from another one of my decks. I've got 6 or 7 other decks out there now, but I will intuitively, as a surprise gift for your 2022 blessings, get you started off, we'll draw a card for you and give you like a little kind of quick synopsis of what I see is just an overarching theme for your 2022. So I'm offering that up as a gift, free gift to you. If you'd like that, you can just comment or send me an email. So let's just see. Got 2 cards wanting to come out for falling in love again. I don't know. Where do you want to be? Right there? Right there. All right, so the 2 cards we got to go with falling in love again. Oh, they're both yellow. There's a lot of yellow and green. Do you notice? That was intuitively on green paper. So the first card we got is Pink Flower Fairy with light language, receive. So we've gotten this card before. So this is about all blessings and blessings coming to us. The light language is Hashane. This is a Pleiadian card. Obviously, it's a Pleiadian deck. So being open to receive, whatever that might be, new love, new things to love, so much more to be thankful for, but being open to receive. So that goes there. And then the other card that came out is also yellow, and it's Star Child. Nova couldn't take her eyes off the stars. She felt she had been there before, but that was crazy, or was it? Part of Earth Guardian work, part of our Starseed mission. I think new Starseed missions opening up this year as well. So I find those 2 very interesting cards. I think Star Child has to go with Earth Guardians, and Pink Flower Fairy with light language has to go with new love and so much more to be thankful for. So that's pretty exciting, 2022. There's not a lot of pictures there. I think that it's being left open to your interpretation as to what that means to you. All right. Next thing we're going to do is let me just cover the quarterly themes, very high level, and draw a card for each one. And then we're going to dive into first quarter since we just started first quarter. And then that will be, I think, we'll see, unless there's anything else. They may, they come in at the last minute. If you watch the show for a while, sometimes at the very end, even though I think I'm done, the guides come in with light language or healing or quantum energy work or something for us. So don't go away. Don't rush off. You can watch this show in segments if you want. If you have to take a break, you can take a break and come back to me. First quarter themes. So the first quarter themes that came up that were channeled in were the puzzle unwinds, which I find very interesting since you don't typically unwind a puzzle. You typically put a puzzle together. And so I don't know. I'm gonna wait till I show you the vision board that I made for that for us. But it's the puzzle unwinds. There's energetic support in the first quarter. So the way I see these energetic support themes playing out is could play out in the energies that just surround you, and it also plays out in the collective energy surrounding us all, and in the astrology is how I find a lot of these themes when I receive them through the guides. I find that there's similar themes or corroborating evidence confirmation in like the astrology and some of the other themes playing out maybe within or around myself or the collective that watches and listens to this show. So the puzzle unwinds. That's why so much of it resonates with you, right? Because we're all one. I've got a big focus now. The majority of my spiritual work is the overarching theme of unity consciousness, oneness. Working a lot just with Taoism, as that's kind of part of my soul work, is learning more how to go with the flow. And so those are some of the themes that come through on the show as well, going with the flow. And we do a lot of teaching to help you on your own path and journey, regardless of what your soul mission and your soul purpose is. I work with all types of people on the spiritual journey: twin flames, divine counterparts, star seeds, witches, warlocks, wizards, whatever you want to call yourself, earth guardians, earth angels, fairy folk. I work with all of you. As you resonate with me, I work with you. But there's energetic support for bringing your drawings to life and friends. So this is first quarter, and the first quarter outcomes are, if you kind of stay in line with your spiritual practice and your work and your goals, then your first quarter outcomes are the theme of a great sense of accomplishment. So I like that. Second quarter, so first quarter we have Imbolc on February 1st, and we also kind of have the spring equinox in there as well as was it May or March? March, I think. Molly McCord, I listened to her astrology. I think she said March and April are our first eclipses this year, and I was like, holy smokes, no. They're starting early, so the eclipses are in Taurus and Scorpio this year. Wow, I don't know. Anyway, I do like the Taurus themes. Sound really interesting. I'm not sure about the Scorpio ones, but there's a lot happening for the first quarter. The second quarter overarching theme is, should we draw a card first for first quarter? Okay, we'll draw a card for first quarter. Oh, well, they didn't even have to draw it. 3 fell out. So maybe it's going to be progression, because we got 2 cards for the year. We have 3 cards for the first quarter. The first card we got is on very similar color themes again. I'm sorry if you guys are listening to this. I try my best to describe the cards too. So at some point maybe we'll have a community space where I post pictures of things, but I just have not looked into that yet. Anyway, first card is forward motion. Projects aren't going to finish themselves. Time to get moving. So anybody who sets goals for the new year knows that in order to start a habit or start a new goal or intention and like make it stick, you have to do it like at least 7 days and 30, like do it every day for 7 days, and then by 30 days, if you can do it every day for 7 days, you can do 7 more days and 7 more days. By 30 days, you've kind of ingrained it into your daily routine and becomes just a regular part of your life. So if you set all these goals, and then we're going to do the goal blessing probably middle of the week if you follow this show chronologically, and if not, it doesn't really matter. You can do this whenever you want. You can jump around in the show and in the podcast, but you can't, like, setting goals and intentions is all fine and good, but nothing's going to happen with any of them if you don't get up and like do something. So you have to take action. So you can't just wait. You can wait for guidance and intuition to help you understand how you might accomplish something, but then you have to move. Things aren't going to happen by themselves. I have to keep all these cards straight. The second card we got for first quarter is Child's Play, time for a self-heal retreat. So we are still in the winter, well, in the northern hemisphere. I know there's people that listen all over the globe now, so I do my best to like make sure I'm speaking about both sides of what's going on. But time for a self-heal retreat came up. So there's still downtime that's required between now and when? They're saying Imbolc, so February 1st. So for the month of January, there's still like some time when you may have to like take some more time outs, rest a little bit more. because it's a very fiery, passionate year with falling in love again. There's a lot of fire energy and fire spirits involved in this 2022, at least on this show. There's going to be, and I have found that between Imbolc and Beltane, it gets a little saucy around the show's energies, and the guides come in and they get a little spicy and it fires up a little bit. And so we want to be well rested, well nourished, well taken care of when all of those wands start popping off and we are called to action to get things done. For me personally, I've had to set some very strict boundaries around my daily routine because I was really, one reason I had to take a break at the end of the year was I was really burning myself out. Just burning myself out, like burning the candle just way too much. And my guides were like, you've got to take a time out. And so when they tell me I have to take a time out, the thing that has to go to the wayside is filming shows and some other things, because there's other stuff in my daily routine that has to get done. And I was working out way too much. I was working out way too much and not eating enough. And so so this may be, I'm getting chills, this may be you. I wasn't realizing that that's what I was doing, but it was causing, they want me to talk about this for some reason. So it was causing a thyroid imbalance, which I do pretty much almost 100% of all my own self-healing work, meaning I don't like go to a practitioner for that unless the guides, unless I'm guided to do so. So I was getting hits that my thyroid was out of balance. And when I read about thyroid imbalance, I was like, that's exactly what's happening to me. And the healing guides that work with me showed me how to heal that. It's a combination of many things, like not like taking a lot of stuff, but you really have to slow down like a turtle. So I was working out way too much and I was not taking enough breaks and I wasn't eating enough. And overall, over time, I wasn't eating enough because I would forget to eat. And then slowly my digestive fire, this is all of my friends, all of my clients that I'm working with you on your solar plexus, you guys may be having this too. Your digestive fire, when your solar plexus is not strong, and we'll show you on a future episode how to work with your chakras and scan your chakras and all that and tell which chakra needs the most attention. But solar plex, oh, so many chills. Yeah. So you guys need to know how to do this is what they're telling me. But digestive fire was not strong. And so I would never feel hungry. And so I wouldn't eat. And then I was instead of losing weight, I was gaining weight. And it was like a vicious cycle. So I had to put a very strict eating schedule and daily routine in place. And I can feel that thyroid and there was energy work that they're having me do, some protocols on my thyroid. So I do work with folks through medical intuitive stuff. I have Pleiadian Power boards where we do medical intuitive work. But basically, you're going to be called to get yourself aligned and get yourself into balance first quarter before, yeah, that sounds important. Yeah, because they're making me feel, yeah, there's some of you that are not balanced. I can just feel it when I'm tapping in. And then the last card we got, yep, oh my God, the last card we got is also be strong and never give up. Time to care for your own needs. Rest, self-care, and reflection are called for now. So we got 2 self-care cards out of 3. So it's kind of like a balance between play, working, and self-care and retreat and all that. So first quarter, if you've had some goals or intentions or things you've been wanting to work on with, for a while with your own self, be it physical, mental, emotional, spiritual, energetic healing, reach out to somebody. If you don't resonate with me as your master healer, find somebody else. But tap in and get what you need. Don't let it fester for too long before it turns in. It's never irreversible. But it's easier to reverse if we can catch it and get you started with some good habits, which is the protocols that we're going to be working on from Eat Like a Lemurian, the book/workbook that we'll be working with this month. That was so weird. Why are you showing me that? They showed me, so a guy just passed in front of my window. And he's not very old, but he didn't look very healthy to me. Okay, so you divine masculines out there, you guys are some of my, I know it takes a lot for some of you to reach out when you need help, especially because you probably either don't know you need it, or if you're like some divine masculines, I know you are just like too proud to ask. Well, they're saying we just spit it out and say it like it is here on the show. Or I don't sugarcoat things. You're just too proud to ask for it. So if you've been feeling a little off lately, which I can feel when I was tapping in right now with whoever is listening and watching to this, I've got like some energy that feels like this, like nervous energy. And it's, oh yes, I got chills down my spine. So they give me chills as my confirmation, or tears. And so anyway, whatever, like I said, it doesn't have to be me. I have plenty of services on my website if you'd like to take advantage of my services. And if not, please seek out some attention for yourself. Those are the first quarter cards. All right, second quarter. Energetic theme is Tablescapes. I have absolutely no idea what that is. I don't know. Whenever I think of tablescapes, I think of like somebody who sets like a really beautiful table, where you have like the charger plates and the silverware. And it's not that it has to be like that. Not that it has to be perfect. Like I have to know my salad fork versus my soup spoon, but more like these really pretty, like maybe relaxing, like almost like, those like big long country tables, and like it's all set really beautifully and decorated and all that. And everybody comes together and like sits down and has a nice meal. I don't know. That's the theme of second quarter, Tablescapes. So more to play out there when we work with it. But there's energetic support in second quarter. So it says more bars. So there's energetic support for more bars. So that showed to me like sometimes when you're using your cell phone and you look at your cell signal and you're like, I only have 1 bar. Or, your Wi-Fi signal and you're like, I only have 1 bar. It was like more bars, like your health bars were going to go up, or like your lifeline, like if you play video games or whatever you want to call them, like your health meter or whatever goes up. So it was greater energy comes through to assist you. So you're going to be feeling more energetic, more power coming through, more divine wisdom, more knowledge, more clarity. It's going to raise your bars, raise your level. And hopefully it doesn't mean there's like more bars to jump through. No, they're saying that's not it. And then being on the go was a second quarter theme. And then having the support you need to get where you're going safely. Again, you take from this what you want. We are not going to dive deeply into those themes yet, because we still have to dive deeper, a little bit deeper into first quarter. And then Yellowstone Park came through as a guide for the second quarter. And then we'll draw a card. Second quarter. Second quarter is what? April, May, June. So apparently we have eclipses. I haven't like drawn and notated all those, but May we have Beltane. And June we have a solstice. And is that it? Yeah. I think that's it. And then whatever else falls in there astrologically. We got 1 card for the second quarter, which is, it's okay. Oh crap. It's okay. Things are happening behind the scenes that you can't see right now. Everything will turn out fine. And she's like, we've got the universe, basically 2 hands, like kind of representing the universe, like holding a ball. Like consider that ball to be like your soul contract, or you, or the universe, or the world, or whatever. And there's like a little girl crying a lot of tears. Why is that? So the theme is having support you need to get where you're going, being on the go, and greater energy comes through to assist you. Things are happening behind the scenes. So I don't know, maybe there's still some things kind of up in the air, second quarter, that you kind of are not sure about. So I'm going to take pictures of that so we can come back to that. Anything else you guys want to say about second quarter? Nope, that's it, they said. Third quarter is what? July, August, September. Believe in your power. July, August, and September. What do we have there? We have Lunessa, and September we have the autumn / we have an not an is it an equinox? Yeah, equinox. Energetic support in the third quarter for romance. Traveling within your own country. Love at first sight. And honeymoon energy coming in for the third. The third quarter looks very busy. Honeymoon energy and Sedona as a sacred site came up multiple times as I was thumbing through, looking through the vision board stuff. Sedona was very heavily highlighted. So the energy of Sedona, which I don't typically work with Sedona as a sacred site. I don't usually work with fire energy, like desert energy is usually not my thing. I'm more of a water person. But there's fire coming in, and Yellowstone too. Yellowstone came in for second quarter, and Yellowstone's got all those geysers and hot springs and stuff. So there's a lot of fire even coming through the sacred sites for this year. So we'll be seeing how we can work maybe with Sedona a little bit in the third quarter. And then the guides also shared with me that the boon comes to light now. If you've been watching this or listening to this show for a while, you may or may not recall, because again, you're not as closely, intimately involved with the show as I am, but I don't even remember when it was now. They were telling me it was third quarter. Third quarter last year. Yes, it was. It was August. Because we were working with the spirit of the curandero for August of 2021, and they had me create a despacho, and they said it was for the blessing of a boon from the spirit of the curandero, and I was like, what is that? I don't even know what it is. I mean, I don't know what I'm asking for here. And they're like, you're asking for a boon, which is basically a blessing. But I was like, from the spirit of the curandero, like, what's the spirit of the curandero going to give us, the show, or give me personally? Like, what kind of a boon could it be? And they had me release that despacho into the sacred river that is right by me. I live like less than half a mile away from it. And I watched that boon on the show. Did I record it for the show? I didn't record it. I just came back and gave a report. And that despacho just went down river, and I don't know where it went. I was like, is this going to get all the way to the ocean? Who knows? But they're telling me now. So a year after we asked for this boon or this blessing, they're telling me that the boon is going to come to light in the third quarter. So, hang in there. So let's draw a card for the third quarter. I don't know what that's going to be. Evolve is our card for third quarter. So that is a spiritual enlightenment, spiritual evolution, spiritual awakening, ascension type of a card. Or things unwinding, things evolving, things coming to light. It's like it's a little frond, like a fern frond or something, those ones that kind of curl up, and then it looks like you could like it could unwind. It's like a heart. It's got rainbow colors on the card, and pink and a lot of green. And then lastly, fourth quarter, so October, November, December, my favorite months of the year. Some of the beginning months are my favorite too, but anyway, fourth quarter, the theme is going to be rally. Oh my God, this is the one where I was like, what the heck? As the year goes on, it gets even more unexplainable. The fourth quarter theme was rally the troops. It's going to get weird and wired. So we had some interesting themes last year. We had some themes that did play out exactly as they were given to us at the beginning of the year. So I can only say that the fourth quarter 2022, I don't know. It says energetic support for peace, serendipity, and serenity. The energy of a control freak was coming through. Personal fitness themes around weight distribution. Tell me more, I don't know. And family time, out of town in the great outdoors. And the sacred sites that came through, Sedona again, and Red Rocks came through. So let me just draw a card for the fourth quarter. it makes me feel very giddy when I tap into the fourth quarter. I'm like super excited about it. Like the energy I feel is just like almost like your heart's in your throat, like when you're at the top of a roller coaster thing and you're about to go down. Holy shit. All right. And because there's so much excitement, the two cards we got were, the first one is Meditation Walk, Green Healing. Take a deep breath. Now go outside and enjoy the natural world, which is coming up very strongly in the themes personal time, out of town, and the great outdoors. And the second card that came up is, oh, my cards are falling. Come on, work with me here. A Pleiadian Pick Me Up. We bring more joy and childlike wonder into your life is the last card. So 2 cards for, it just has a picture of the Pleiadians on it. But there was a lot there for fourth quarter. I don't know. We're not going to tap into that now. Let's take a quick little deep breath. If you want to pause me for a minute, pause me. We're going to come back and go dive a little bit deeper into these first quarter themes. And then we'll see if there's anything else. All right, so welcome back. First quarter 2022, that's now. Between now and the end of March. The themes we had coming forward were the puzzle unwinds, energetic support for bringing your drawings to life, and friends, with the first quarter outcome being a great sense of accomplishment. And we already were the guides already shared with us in the cards that it was going to be a time for self-care, rest, reflection, self-healing, getting healing, going to a healer, getting yourself balanced out, and working on your projects and goals, because there's energy coming in, there's forward motion type energy coming in to help you finish and work on your goals, but you've got to get moving in order to do that. The vision board, the 2 vision board pieces that came out for first quarter, this puzzle unwinds. Again, I was like, what does that mean? Because a puzzle doesn't typically unwind. And I'm showing everybody the labyrinth. This is a cutout from a little catalog, a toy catalog. So there's energetic support for bringing your drawings to life and friends, with an energetic outcome of a great sense of accomplishment. So I feel like, and on this labyrinth, they had me put a sticker that says this one, like this way, and there's a moose / deer, and they had me write the words happy in the labyrinth. So it's like following this puzzle, following the puzzle pieces, or walking the labyrinth through your happy place. So doing things that make you happy is going to help the puzzle unwind. How, we're not exactly sure, except for the only cutout they had me put on in terms of words that were cut out from one of the magazines was, whether you love the beach, the mountains, or hiking in national parks, the key is to find what makes you both happy and enjoy your time together. So that could be a message for my coupled up, spiritually enlightened couples. What do you call it? Spiritually based couples, that you need to get outdoors and spend more time together. It could also, it could be a message for any of us to get outdoors more. I love all those places. I love the beach. It's like my first love. I like the mountains, as long as I'm not stuck up in them with like no food or gasoline. These are like past experiences. Or hiking I've never hiked in a national park, but I would love to hike. Actually, I have. I've gone into the Redwoods National Park and I've hiked around in there. Oh my God, so amazing. And then the other thing that came out, the only other paper that came out was they had me rip out, and I wanted to rip out this page from this magazine, and I absolutely love it so much. It's called Family Travel, Pets, Health, and Fitness are the words on the page. It's called Life on the Road. And they had me tape on and I was drawn to tape on. It's not like they were just having me do stuff like I'm a robot, but I wanted to, intuitively guided, to tape on for the love of the outdoors. And it has 7 children. Oh my God, they're just the cutest. I have to show the camera. You guys, I can put this in the thumbnail of the show notes, or not the show notes, but you know what I mean, on the podcast, there's a picture. But I don't know how close that is, but these kids are so cute. And I just love everything about this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know why I love this. I don't know why it's making me emotional, but anyway, it is. But there's like two little girls hugging. There's like this cute little boy in the middle, and he's got Child of the Wild t-shirt on. Another kid's got Coast to Coast, and they just look so cute together. And it's like meeting new friends at campgrounds. And the article is about, you know, going family travel on the road, like RV life with kids, and going to like kid-friendly campsites. Super cute. So that one also came out in the vision board, but kind of under the, well, I think there's some hidden meanings that are more personal to me. But child's play for us, and maybe these children on this little page like mean something to you. Maybe they're your children, or maybe you want to start a family, or maybe you're going to couple up with a new love that's going to have their own kids, and you're going to be like a Brady Bunch family, and you're going to like blend your families together and go RVing, or go, I know there's RVing in other countries too. It's called like caravanning or something. It has like a different name. It's not called RVing. But anyway, oh, this came up for first quarter and I loved it. So we're going to work with those themes for the first quarter, along with the self-care and self-healing. I don't even know if you can still see my face on camera. So let me see if there's anything else they want us to say about the energy themes for this month. So we will continue to revisit these little vision pages and the cards throughout the month as we bring in our Whales of Azure Falls story with the Bringers of the Light, as we do whatever else comes up on the show, be it card readings or anything else. And if you are interested in following along with us as we go through and do the energy work and the work that we're going to do with the Eat Like a Lemurian book, then you can go get yourself an electronic copy at Smashwords, or if you would like the paperback copy, which for some reason I can't seem to order myself an author copy yet, but when I get my author copy, I'll show it so you guys can see it. It's a 6x9. It's 50 pages long. It's going to be $4 and change through Barnes & Nobles, and we can work through that together. We'll be working on that in January. So the guides are saying that they have nothing else for us. So the next time I see you, I will be recording tomorrow morning, Sunday, my typical Sunday morning recordings, and we will be doing the Whales of Azure Falls, and we'll start diving into Eat Like a Lemurian and whatever else wants to come up for that show. I want to thank you all so much for joining me for this 2022 Energetic Themes episode. I wish you all New Year's blessings, and we will see you again soon in the next episode. Take care.